barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free to subscribe. So I literally just got done about 20 minutes ago watching the Andre Ward documentary. And I know it means nothing to both of us now, but cyberly, our relationship, if we have one, is summarized by me going up to Fresno, searching him out to do that interview as it pertains to the Wilder issue, and me believing that he took millions of dollars off of Wilder's plate. But I'm gonna get to the things. First of all, his aerial view of his home looks like my home. Excuse me. His aerial view of his mansion looks like my mansion. And two, I can critique the documentary because I am an Emmy-nominated film producer. I've renounced those credits because I just didn't want it. But for y'all, I don't put it in my bio. Well, it is on my Instagram bio. I haven't taken it off, but I really don't care. I don't lead with that. But let me tell you what I thought. First of all, I will say the music should have been more up-tempo in the cuts. You know what I mean? It should have been more up-tempo. I wish he would have used a Russell, Simba, people from up there. Jay Prince didn't release a lot of his Houston music, you know, because you needed some up-tempo. Like when you're talking to his wife, you talk about his dad, you talk about his mom, and then they cut the boxing. You got to change the thing. And one of the more important things that I thought that they should have showed, they highlighted his now wife got pregnant young. They should have showed highlights of the wedding, pictures of the wedding, saying I do, and stuff like that. And they didn't do that, but I thought they should encapsulate that, because at the beginning, children out of wedlock. At the end, they're both ministers. So I thought that maybe they should have highlighted both. But what else? Oh, Marshawn Lynch. Sit up, man. It's not your documentary. There has to have some cinematography value. You added no cinematography value. It's not your documentary. I know Andre Ward gonna call you and say, do you, man? We cool. But for the real, whenever you're representing someone else, when you intentionally represent someone else, you got to represent them in their light. Andre Ward is a stand-up guy, and he carries himself. His shirt is always buttoned up, wearing a tie. If you get that symbolic image of what I'm portraying, then you get it. You understand what I'm saying? So, and then the documentary itself. I thought it was 20 minutes too long, but the story, phenomenal story. I wish they would have spoke more on the Dan Goose and stuff. I am a journalist from LA, so I know the stories. I don't know the whole story, you know. I get first, second-hand, third-hand information, but when you put it all together, Andre Ward chose the high road. I'll just say that. And make sure your first meal of the day, it's about 10:30 right now, make sure your first meal of the day is a smoothie. You know, it's vegan, you know what I mean? Be like Andre Ward in retirement, take care of your body. Looks like he hasn't gained much weight. He got his man weight, you know what I mean? He's not obese like these heavyweights. When these heavyweights retire and these fighters retire, man, they face blow up but naturally you'll gain weight. My flowers are blossoming on the other side. I haven't seen them in 6 months, man. It's beautiful, man. Anyhow, the Dan Goosen stuff, he gave up millions of dollars to be a father. I thought that was special. I too have given up millions of dollars to be a father. For those of you who don't know, I've turned down 3 major deals in the past about 10 years. I turned down 3 major deals to be an independent filmmaker. Sam Watson will tell you, everybody in LA, most people will tell you, if you're in my circle, I was one of the hottest film producers, directors around 2015, 2016. I still got Floyd's documentary in my hard drive. I still have some basketball documentaries in my hard drive that I haven't released. But I was one of the hottest dudes out, you know what I'm saying? And I chose to be independent. I haven't made the money that I wanted from film, but thank God I've invested in property and life is great, you know. I respect that he did it with his family, dog. Like, I respect the fact that Andre Ward is a husband, father, God-fearing. I respect all that. I love he plays chess with his son. You guys got to watch the film. But overall, it was a good information. It was good. Andre Ward, he got to, I mean, this is just me telling him. He got to learn how to tell stories better. You got to keep in mind, he wasn't telling the story to himself. He's telling the story to the world. So when you're telling the stories to the world, you got to hit the points. You got to hit the points. He's just telling the story. He didn't hit the points. You know what I mean? And I fault the directors of that. Whoever the director was of this, I fault them. And two, why couldn't they buy the Olympic footage? 100% of y'all are not going to pick up on the stuff I'm saying, but they couldn't get the footage license, and Showtime, CBS couldn't put up the money to license that footage. And this is why. What'd you say? All right, grab the basketball. It's in the corner. All right. Speaking of being a father, we got a game and yeah. How many points you gonna score today, Link? 30? You gonna score 30. How many points you gonna score? 30. You gonna score 30 points. So I coach my son. In case you guys don't know, I coach him, and see if you make it. Air ball. Oh, we got work to do. That's his first shot. But anyways, man, he's averaging about 20. He gonna 8 years old, and this is why I turned down millions of dollars to be a father, like Andre Ward. But I think it's just incredibly important. Andre Ward. But why didn't they license the footage? You know what I mean? This is why I tell you guys think I'm crazy. You guys think I'm weird. I tell every fighter, document everything. If Andre Ward would have had that big camera, it's whatever year that was, 2004. Well, it wasn't big cameras, but it was cameras, because I've documented a lot of stuff in 2004. You got to document everything. But what they didn't do was scrape the internet. They producers should have scraped the internet, and there is individuals who recorded the Olympics, and you could have used their footage. You know what I mean? Even if it was like transitional pieces. You know what I mean? But the still pictures, I didn't really care for that too much. I would have think that if you got a production team like Showtime to put the money up, and you got LeBron James and Clutch Sports, they should be able to afford that footage. Good piece. He's going to do a second half of his career. I can tell by how it ended. It's open-ended. How will he impact boxing? That's going to be a big question. And one, I would say, Andre Ward, you got an important on your hand. You got to make sure Jay Prince and his family gets to heaven. I've been in boxing. I know the stories, and I don't care to lash back. But if you're going to be an ordained minister and you want to solve boxing, look in your inner circle. Like I, too, we all got demons. We all got friends. And we all have challenges with friends. I, too, have similar challenges. You know what I mean? I don't have too many. If I do, I don't even know of one, right now that I have any concern. I have family members I have concerns over whether they get into heaven or not. But I don't have concerns whether my people that I congregate with every day are getting heaven. Let's see if Lincoln makes his next shot. Let's see. Okay, he made that one. But overall, good film. Every boxing fan needs to watch it. And I'll close with this. Y'all want to understand the value of being a father, and I want to hit this home. Maybe not Andre Ward watches this review. Andre Ward made the best decisions. His family and his kids are going to grow up to be great people. Great people. You want to do an analysis? I'm not comparing him, but I'm showing you the pros and the cons. And the most polarizing guy I could think of is Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather had a child out of wedlock, never married. His daughter is twerking on top of G-Wagons as a baby daddy, as a baby mama to a rapper who has 8 baby mamas. She almost lost her freedom over stuff like this. Floyd Mayweather is quoted as saying his kids smoke too much weed to take over the family business. Go figure. Andre Ward is playing chess with his son, with his wife overlooking. How beautiful is that? I may not ever see Andre Ward again. I don't love boxing as I once did. Now I'll be in basketball at least for the next decade because, as you guys can see in the background, my son wants to be a great basketball player. So that's where we're at with that. But yeah, man, congratulations to Mr. Ward and his family, to Mr. and Mrs. Ward. I wish they would have highlighted y'all relationship more. They should have transitioned. Fuck the horses. They should have transitioned that into you waking your kids up, you fixing breakfast, getting the kids ready. That would have been more than the horses. But, who am I? I'm only an Emmy-nominated film producer. It should have been more of that home life. I never saw a shot of all 5 kids together. I never saw a shot of all 7 of y'all in the house, interworkings of all 7 of y'all in the house at one time. It's an important, it's a necessary documentary for especially boxing fans. It's necessary. At some point, Andre Ward should tell the stories of the Goosens because it's important. It will save a lot of boxing careers. It took 2 years off Andre Ward's life, cost him millions of dollars. And Andre Ward is well connected. Andre Ward is cool with Michael Jordan, who Michael Jordan was in my first documentary. LeBron James and Jay-Z. So there will be a part 2 at some point as a producer, as a director, as a creator. Andre Ward will come back and do more. I would suggest to him, do not use the same people that scored this documentary. It was too Lifetime-ish. The music was too Lifetime. It's a sports documentary. We need quick cuts. We need high tempo. We need the drops. We need the highs. We need the, like for example, I'll give you guys a great example. When Andre Ward got knocked out, the lights should have went out. It should have went dark. It should have went, his whole life, it should have been cut. Kind of like that record. It should have been cut, and his whole life should have been on quick rewind in a second and a half. And it probably should have landed on his dad's grave or something like that. And then it gets back up, and he's jabbing, pop, 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 and he's piecing up Kovalev, and then he jumps up on the apron. I was there. Jumps up on the ring apron, and he's a champion. He beat the baddest man on the planet, which makes him the baddest man on the planet. I was there. I was at both fights. Shout out to Carissa Shields. That was her pro debut against Franchon DeZone Cruz. Shout out to Carissa Shields for realistically in real time changing the composition of her body. I respect that. But anyways, man, y'all go ahead and have a great day. We got a game in 2 hours, so we got to get our pregame up. Are you going to make this next shot? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And y'all have a great day. I'll holla. Peace.